So, with My Hero Academia Season 6 just about a week or so away from its premiere episode, I just wanted to throw my hat into the mix of conversation and explain why I'm pretty hopeful for the season. I think if it's done correctly, it could even surpass the manga. Now, a lot of people's doubt comes off of the last season or so, even season 4 had its downside, where the story itself is usually really good, but the anime cuts corners and cuts out important information, and it just feels like it's not getting the care it once did, specifically in seasons 1 through 3, where it's a great adaptation. Now, there's been a lot of speculation as to why this happened. Some of it could be the fact that movies were being produced and a lot of resources were going towards those movies while the seasons were in production, but honestly, I'm not here to speculate about that stuff because I'm not exactly sure, and I don't know if anyone's exactly sure. So I more so just wanted to speak about season 6 and why I am pretty hopeful that it will at least be a good adaptation and maybe even better than the manga itself for this specific arc, of course, the war arc. Without going into too much spoilers, just in case there's any anime-only viewers of My Hero Academia left who haven't read the manga, some of the series' greatest highlights are in this arc, and I could think of 4 different ones that they preview in the trailer, just to, again, say it without spoilers. There's moments with Hawks, with Twice, and with Dabi that I think just those alone are probably my favorite moments in the entire series and haven't been matched so far. How everything comes to a head and a conclusion here, or somewhat of a conclusion, I should say, is really interesting, emotional, and it's going to be really great to see animated. And from what we saw in the trailers, it does look like it's animated pretty well, and with that same emotion that I got from reading it in the manga, and maybe even more so by seeing these characters' expressions animated. If these scenes are portrayed in the same way that this Dabi moment was in the trailer, where he slowly, sinisterly smiles as his flesh is burning around his mouth and face, I feel like we're in for a real treat this season, and it should be really amazing. The trailers really have done a great job at showing that this is a war, unlike previous arcs, which were more so skirmishes between main characters. Lots of people are involved here, people we don't see fight that often, such as Midnight, Kaminari, Tokoyami, that tree guy, this new shield hero, and they're all spread over these different battlefields throughout the entire war, and it just makes it feel very big and grand, which is my only real concern from the trailers. A lot of it feels like close-up shots, especially Miriko's fight against the high-end Nomus and all that, and in the manga this all feels very grand with these different battlefields, wills, ideologies, characters, and it's just not feeling like that so far, at least from the trailers. Now, there are close quarters moments which are meant to feel more personal, like Hawks and Dabi and Twice's whole encounter, but I'm talking about the rest on the other battlefields. I hope it really feels like this huge war with huge stakes and magnitude, like it did in the manga, at least for me. So to put it bluntly, if Studio Bones and the animators working on this season animated and adapted as well as they did those first few seasons, I think it'll easily be My Hero Academia's best season with some of its best moments and my favorite moments, again, Dabi. But yeah, we'll just have to wait and see. I know a lot of people are saying it's just going to be mid or it's overrated, but I do really like this arc, and at least even if you don't like it as a whole, there are few moments which are pretty much standouts among everyone and unanimously agreed upon. So it's at least worth watching for those episodes, and if you want, you could skip to those moments, but the build up and everything is really going to pay off, and it is worth it. And also, I'd say to read the manga if the adaptation isn't great for this season. But yeah, that's about all I have to say in regards to the upcoming My Hero Academia Season 6. I will probably be reviewing each episode individually, as well as doing my weekly manga reviews and spoiler videos as I do, so stay tuned for that. And if you did enjoy this video, please like, comment, subscribe. I love reading the comments, and it really helps me out to keep making these videos and have the motivation. And yeah, that's about it. So I'll see you guys on the next one.